Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is your boy Shadow the Underground Gamer. I'm back again with another video, and today I'm here to do the quick unboxing to one of the most anticipated games of the year, and that's this bad boy right here, Assassin's Creed Shadows. So before I get into this quick unboxing video, I would like to talk about my history with Assassin's Creed. So my very first Assassin's Creed game that I played was Assassin's Creed Unity, which had 4-player multiplayer, and in some missions it was only 2 players. But that was my very first hands-on experience with Assassin's Creed. But before that, I did watch all the Assassin's Creed gameplay, and they all looked pretty interesting. They reminded me so much of Tenchu back in the day when it came out on PlayStation 1, and then it transitioned over to PlayStation 2, and heck, even Xbox 360, and so on. So with that, what I would like to talk about is the main thing with this right here in particular, because this was one of the very few settings that I was begging for years. So after Assassin's Creed Unity, which was my very first Assassin's Creed, I was thinking in my head, okay, I wonder what an Assassin's Creed Japan would look like. So Assassin's Creed Unity came out in 2014. Assassin's Creed Syndicate came out in 2015. Now, I'm thinking around maybe 2016, Assassin's Creed Japan would be around the way, right? So that didn't come to fruition. So then after that, it's like, okay, 2017, maybe Assassin's Creed Japan. Nope. Didn't come around. So 2018 comes. No Assassin's Creed whatsoever. In 2017, a different Assassin's Creed game came out. I think it was Odyssey, if I'm not mistaken. 2018, no Assassin's Creed. All the way up into 2020 was when, I kind of gave up on the Assassin's Creed Japan, but not so much. Because 2018, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice was a game that was released in 2019, but 2018 it was announced. And then 2020, Ghost of Tsushima came. That one was also announced in 2018. But in the summer of 2020, Ghost of Tsushima came. And that dominated, and that, in my eyes, was Game of the Year, no question. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, this beat Assassin's Creed Japan to the punch. All right, whatever. So now 2021, I'm thinking, okay, Assassin's Creed Japan is going to come. Because in 2020, Assassin's Creed Valhalla came. And that was in Viking setting. So then, that's what that was. So now, we have 2021, 2022, no Assassin's Creed Japan whatsoever. So at that point, I kind of just gave up on Assassin's Creed. In my other Assassin's Creed games that I played was Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, which was 2D, but very interesting in the same process. And then you have Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. I think that was another one that I played. Like, it's been so long. But after that, I haven't played Assassin's Creed for a while. But now the crazy part is 2025 seems to be the year of Japan. Before I get into this, the last game that was released last year was Rise of the Ronin. And like I said just a couple of seconds ago, I practically gave up hope on an Assassin's Creed Japan. But here you are in 2025. Japan has come out and finally showed themselves. They're showing out. So now you have Assassin's Creed Shadows, along with games like Ghost of Yotei, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and Ninja Gaiden 4, along with Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So now it's going to be the year of the ninja. So with that said, let's go ahead and unbox this. Before I call this the full unboxing, I'm going to make a disclaimer. I did already got this installed on my PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, excuse me. I already put in the code for this, but we're going to talk about that. So let's get right into it. So the disc is already in the PS5, as I just mentioned. I got this at GameStop for $30 after a few trade-ins, trading in Mortal Kombat 1 and Tekken 8. And the game's already installed, so we're going to go right on ahead and we're going to breeze through the menu and options and breeze through some of the things that you can do on there. So with that, I'm going to pause the video and we're going to get this started. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back at it. As you can see, we have a warning label which says please read before playing. So for people who have seizures and stuff like that, you shouldn't be playing games like this. You shouldn't be playing any game, to be honest. But you know what it is. All right, so as you see here, we're going through all the Assassin's Creed lineup. So from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way down to Assassin's Creed Pride, which released before Assassin's Creed Shadow. So now you see there's the Assassin's Creed logo, and that's what it is. So now we're gonna breeze through some of the menu options, and we're gonna talk about this stuff here in just a second.
Press square button to enable narration.
And as you can see, it gives you the option to have the narration on or off. If you press square, it's going to turn on the narration. If you press square again, after you have it turned on, it's going to turn it off. So we're going to keep the narration off. As you can see, you have performance options here. So right now, you can either choose performance or quality. Performance prioritizes higher frame rate gameplay, whereas quality prioritizes resolution and graphical fidelity, which is recommended for people with like TVs up to 4K, maybe even higher. Now you have image calibration, which is going to be maximum luminance and exposure. You can adjust these. Now, in order to adjust the brightness and the contrast, you have to disable HDR to unlock it. Now you have voice languages. You can choose between English and Japanese. You can also download some different ones like France, Spanish, and Portuguese. So whatever fits your needs, whatever country you're from, like if you don't understand English and you're from Brazil, you can download Portuguese and so on. So we're gonna go easy and we're gonna go with English. Text language. Now you don't have to download the text language, obviously. You can pick between Brazil, France, Mexico. Yeah, I can say Mexico. Spanish, Japanese, and Japan. And now we go down to here to captions. As you can see, you know, every time you go through like some things and people are talking, you're gonna see the name and you're gonna see what they're saying. Next, we go down to UI size, which shows the icons of the game. You can adjust it by any means. Now we go to default preset. And then you got simplified controls. So simplified controls, if you turn this on, the camera's gonna follow and area loot is enabled. Melee attack mode is set to combo. Quick time events are set to simplify. Now you have sensitive content. You know, if you are sensitive to, like, let's say you don't want to see dismemberment or blood effects, you turn this off. And you can readjust this at any time. Motion reduction, that's motion blur, motion, turn on to disable motion blur and screen shake, that kind of thing. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and breeze right through the next menu. We're gonna let the intro play through, and we're gonna get through more of the menu stuff. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all. So I'm back. So as you can see here, they're giving you some memories to select from. So as you can see, you have Odyssey, which is what I just mentioned earlier, a couple minutes ago. You have Origins. And then you have Mirage. And then you have Valhalla. And then you have Shadows. Let's see what this Animus is really about. Alright. So options. So as you can see, so now you can do more, like as far as controls and stuff like that go. And breezing through this menu and stuff like that. Left-handed. Now, so you can do left-handed. If you are left-handed, you're more than likely to switch that to left-handed layout, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm glad they give you that option. Customized controls. As you can see, they the controls are going to be a little different for me, but we'll see what other kind of controls they got. So we have obviously to move forward, backward kind of thing, that the usual type of stuff. So you whistle with the down analog. Okay, I like it. I like that so far. Grappling hook is L1. Okay, I can dig it. So light attack, that's going to be R1. Heavy attack's going to be R2, which is going to be kind of weird to play with because that's something I'm not going to be used to. So I think I'm going to go ahead and change that a little bit. I think character ability should be R2 or something like that. We're gonna see what I can change it to. All right, so we're gonna go. Go with square. I'll go with square again. Because that's gonna confuse me. Ability should be R1. I don't know why it's conflicting. You know what? Maybe we'll just give it a try. You know what I'm saying? We'll just give it a try out. Alright, whatever, We'll see what happens. As far as controls go, we're gonna go and see if we can change some, like, yes. I for some odd reason I always play with invert y-axis, and that's also because that's kind of like me playing a flight control game and stuff like that. So as you can see, we can breeze through the audio now. Controller speaker on. obviously. Interface. Okay, yeah, interface. Good. Input mode. Now you can choose. So now you can choose like hybrid, and you can choose dual sense, which is cool. Aim assist, moderate. You know what? We're gonna give ourselves a little challenge, and we're gonna do everything from here. So we're gonna go through the Ubisoft Connect real quick. That's one final thing that I'm gonna do. And as you can see, I'm already connected. So it tells me to play more Assassin's Creed Shadow to unlock more content. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna exit out of here now. We're gonna go back. We're gonna look through the vault real quick. Went through the calling, that's one of the things. So as you can see here, you got these menus right here, and I'm gonna be honest, man, the menu on this is very sick. You know, you have all the memories that you can run through. I think you can pick through all these memories, but let's double check to make sure. So yeah, you can launch these memories. You can launch every single one of these memories if you want to. So, with that said, this is your boy Shadow the Underground Gamer. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing slash initial impression. So far, the menu on this, I gotta be completely honest, this is one of the baddest menus I have ever seen in such a long time in gaming. Like I've seen some really good game menus. This one right here beats the cake. And I'm going to be completely honest, I am very excited to play this game and, you know, share my thoughts on it in the long run and let you guys know if this was worth the buy or whatever. So, if you guys have already played this, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. For now, I'm going to get at y'all on the next one. Peace out.